My name's Amal Azzudin. I'm originally from Somalia. I came to the UK in the year 2000 with my mom, and she was pregnant with my little sister. So my little sister was born here. The reason we left Somalia is due to the civil war. It was really horrible. So my mom decided at that time that it wasn't safe for us to stay there. So we left. We'd never heard of Glasgow or Scotland at that time. People weren't prepared for asylum seekers because I think it happened too quickly. So the council and the schools and the community were not prepared for asylum seekers. There was a lot of ignorance, and I think that's why there was a lot of racism as well. I experienced a lot of racism at that time because the school we went to was really rough. And one of my friends actually was stabbed trying to stop a fight. At that time there was police outside the school every time. It was really scary. And then once we were walking, my friends and I were walking from one friend's flat to another one's, and there was this group of young people, and they went on each side of me, and then they pulled my headscarf and they started spitting on it, and it was really horrible. And I went to the concierge and I said, look, this is what happened to me, and they said, well, what do you want us to do? And I just thought, my goodness, like, it was horrible, really horrible. I still remember it till this day, and I think I'll always remember it. I'm involved in a lot of campaigning, and this actually was because one of my friends was downgraded and detained in the year 2005. I was 15 at that time, and before that I was actually very shy. And when that happened, I remember that I felt like my humanity awakened and my political consciousness awakened as well. And I think I wanted to make the most of it because a lot of young girls don't have the opportunities we have in the UK. You know, the element of freedom of speech, to be involved in politics and to speak up for what you believe in. You know, young girls would love that in so many parts of the world. And I thought what happened to my friend was horrible. She was locked up as if she was a criminal with her younger brothers in a detention centre. And I thought that was absolutely unacceptable, and there was no way you can justify it. So I remember that time I thought, I don't know what I can do, but I'll speak up. You know, it's better than doing nothing. My consciousness wouldn't let me just sit and do nothing. So when I look back now, I think, my goodness, that one choice has changed my life forever. It has opened so many doors for me. The opportunities I have at the moment are just amazing, and I'm so grateful for them. And it's something that I want to encourage other women as well to do, and young people to be involved in, because we have a voice, and we have a very powerful voice, and we should use it to make a positive difference for ourselves and for the rest of the world as well. The experiences I've had have changed me as a person because they've made me realize what I want to do. They've made my goals kind of clear. Before, when I was in school, I didn't know what I wanted to do after I left school, but when my friend got taken away, I realized I actually want to help people. So that's when I went to college, and then I went to university, and then I started working at the Mental Health Foundation, and my role is to raise awareness of mental health and well-being to asylum-seeking refugee women. And I love it, absolutely love it. It makes such a huge difference, and that's what makes me so passionate about what I do. And then I decided in 2014 to do a master's, and I graduated in human rights and international politics. So all my experiences, I guess, have made me who I am. They've molded me into the person that I am at the moment, because I think that's how you learn, and that's how you know who you are. One of the things I would say to women and young girls in particular is that to know what you want to do and what you want to achieve, you have to go through an experience, and from that you can progress from it. And maybe that's when it's the kind of the light bulb comes on, and you realize that's actually what you want to do and that's what you want to pursue. For me, it was when my friend was taken away. It was a tragic event, and I could have just left it and done nothing about it, but actually chose to stand up for it. And that's where, you know, that's made me who I am today. And I think we do go through experiences in life where actually we think this has affected me so much that I want to do something about it. I want to be involved in this kind of work, perhaps. And that's when it's up to you. Again, it's a choice. It's up to you to do something about it, because nobody's going to come with a plate to you and say, here you go, you know, do it I'll give you the opportunity. You need to fight for it, and you need to be able to realize that actually you can achieve it. Because if I could, anybody could, you know. And I think we all have so much to give to the world. And yeah, so I think make the most of every opportunity that comes to your way. I get my strength from different places, I think. I get it, well, the first is obviously from religion. I'm very spiritual. And I get it from my mother. She's an inspiration to me. She sacrificed so much, and I always look up to her and think what an amazing woman and such a great role model for me and my sister. And I also get the strength, I guess, because I think it's important to stand up for humanity, because if we don't do it, then who will? And I think we have so much to be grateful for, and I would hate that we take it for granted. And I think there are people in our community who don't have the courage or the confidence to speak up. So I feel as well that I feel it's my responsibility as well, in a way, to kind of speak up for those people, and to also show them that actually together we can make a difference. When something bad happens to you, you have a choice. You can be a victim or a survivor, and I always like to think that I'm a survivor, and you overcome it and you find ways, and people have different ways of overcoming things. But at the end of the day, you can either let it consume you and define you, or you can overcome it and become stronger out of the experience you're going through, and to make a better life for yourself. So I think it's a choice as well.